I'm learning that there's a time and a place. It's generational, it's what you see and how you come up. I didn't even have to curse to make him feel this small. You know what I'm saying? So it was what I was seeing. It's that moment that matters. What are you gonna do in that moment? Are you gonna flip or are you gonna fall back and just let yourself, just in case you're new to the channel, y'all, I'm a crybaby and everything makes me emotional. What's up, Mitchmafia? It's your girl Cece, and today I am back with another Girl Talk series, episode 4. I know it's been a minute. I know you guys been waiting. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm whispering. The mic is right here, so I feel like you guys are gonna hear me okay. I just put Madison down for a nap, so that's it, y'all. No more rambling. Let's just get right into it. So what are we gonna be speaking about today? So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that help me be a better wife every single day. These 5 things I work on every single day. These 5 things are even written down because sometimes, I have to check myself because it's not easy. So as always, just keep in mind that this is my story, what I go through, my experience. Although a lot of the things I talk about can help other women and other moms, I can't tell anybody how to live their life, and I would never try to, because who am I? But in no way, shape, or form am I like, oh, if y'all do this, this is gonna happen. You know what I mean? This is my experience, my marriage, and the things that I go through, and the things that I'm learning about myself, about my marriage, and the things that are helping me in my marriage. You know what I mean? Why not share these things? So yeah, again, this is my journey. I'm just sharing with y'all what I'm learning, what I have learned, and all of that good stuff. All right, so before we dive into it, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. The first one, learning to shut my mouth. I have mentioned this so many times. I have mentioned it on Instagram, in my story, and so many other times, probably in vlogs and whatever. I know I've mentioned it plenty of times, and the reason why I want to speak about this one again is because it's so important. It's so important, so crucial in your marriage. This right here is a game changer. This one can change everything, right? And just in case I didn't say it loud enough, I want to say it louder for the people in the back. All right, it's been tough. Okay, this month we make 15 years being together. We started really young. We've been married for 4 years, but in a relationship for 15, well, almost 15 years. Coming up, right? Because it goes back. It's generational. Nobody ever wants to talk about that, but it's the truth. It's generational. It's what you see and how you come up, right? And all my life, my childhood years, my mom was always the boss. She was always the leader. She was always the one that held it down. And I seen the way she talked to my father, and I seen the way she handled certain situations, and blah, 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 blah. Of course, I get into a relationship and it's like, well, you can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? And especially that I'm making more money, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. I provide this. So for a long time, that's the mentality that I had. It was always like, you can't say nothing to me. Or if he did say something to me, I will flip. You know, for everything he said, I always had a comeback. Or me just saying certain things to make him feel this small. Throughout the years, I only made things worse. I was disrespectful. I didn't even have to curse to make him feel this small. You know what I'm saying? So it was what I was seeing. I realized throughout the years, it only shut him down. And it only made him drift away. It only made him feel like, you know what, I ain't even gonna say nothing. Or you know what, since you always know everything, you do it. I just know that for so long, every time Sheik said something to me, no matter what he did, and if I didn't like it, because it was really my way or the highway, and if I didn't like it, I would say anything to make him feel like this. It came to a point where I would even talk, and it was like, he wouldn't even look at me. He just wouldn't even say nothing. He would just be like, because for a long time, it didn't make no sense for him to talk, because anytime he did talk, I always had something to say. You know what I mean? So I'm just learning, because yes, he does get me really upset sometimes. It's not always going to be good. It's really not. And there's just certain things that people have to unlearn. You know, the same way you learn it, you have to unlearn it, you know. And a lot of these things are generational. And you would think that people will know better, and no, it's not that simple. There's still things that we struggle with up until this day, but the difference is how we're handling that. So yeah, so throughout the years, you know, I just learned to just shut my mouth. I don't want it to sound like I'm shutting my mouth and not saying what I want to say. It's just I'm learning that there's a time and a place. It's in the moment that matters. It's that moment that matters. What are you going to do in that moment? Are you going to flip, or are you going to fall back and just let yourself, okay, you know? So that's what I'm learning. I'm learning not to flip in the moment, but learning to, all right, we're going to talk about that later. When I feel better, we're going to talk about it. But don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm an angel, because I'm not. But I'm so much better than I was before. And it makes me feel so good to know that I have control over my mouth now. You know what I mean? And God helps me so much, because it's in that moment that I'm like, God, please help me. Help me right now. And he instantly just steps in and he's like, I got you. That helps me be a better wife every single day. Learning to control my mouth. There's nothing fun about belittling your man. There's nothing fun about making him feel like a little boy, or telling him things like, that's why you broke. You're a lucky man because another man would love this or cherish. Girl, you don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing. Okay, that opens up so many doors. You have no idea. But yes, y'all, learning to shut my mouth. Period. The second one. And this one kind of goes like hand in hand with what I was just talking about. But I really want to talk about this because this is so important, okay? And this one is being understanding. Being understanding, going back to the root. And when I say the root, I mean back to the family, back down generations, right? This is like a little bit of the background of where I'm going with this. When I started going to church, God started to reveal things in me that I buried. Things like my relationship with my father, revealing my insecurities. Where did the insecurities come from? It came from my mom and stuff like that. Generational things that I had no idea was actually generational. They were never broken. It just kept going. Of course, once God started revealing those things to me, I started asking God to help me through it, for me to go through the emotions, for me to heal. And these are not things that I want to pass down to my girls. You know what I mean? I started working on these things. I'm still working through it. I'm still healing, and it's still a lot, you know? Okay, that's me. Now what about my husband? Now what about Sheik? What are the generational curses in his family? What are the things that he struggles with? Before, it wasn't clear to me. It started becoming clearer in the process of me working on myself and all of the things that I was going through. I'm not going to talk about the things that he struggles with. Maybe one day, you know, he could sit down with me and we could talk about it. I think I mentioned it before, playing. But it's actually a serious thing. But I've mentioned it before, so if you guys know, you guys know. If you've been rocking with us for a minute, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Because there's one specific thing. I realized that it was generational, and Sheik has gotten so deep into it that he didn't even realize it. But for so many years, we fought about it. I would kick him out. I'm talking about, guys, it would be bad. And instead of me trying to get to the root and not understanding and not realizing that it wasn't me against him, but it was us against the issue. It was more of a spiritual warfare. It was a spiritual battle. I didn't understand any of it. Becoming friends with other couples and going on marriage retreats and being really close to our pastors, and them pour into us and tell us the things that they've been through. Being around these married couples that share their testimonies and the things that they go through on a daily. And also keep in mind, y'all, there's a difference between being understanding and being stupid. Okay, there is a total difference. I was never stupid, but definitely understanding, because I was seeing a difference. The more I was understanding, the more Sheik could talk about it. And that right there, just in itself, just was like, wow. I can't even explain it to y'all. He can look the struggle right in its eye and say, I know you. I know what you are. I know what you're trying to do. And nope, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? He can recognize the struggle. It's not something that's like, oh wow, I didn't even know that was the problem. I didn't even know I felt that. No, he knows. It's amazing. Me being understanding has helped me be a better wife. And it's helping me be a better wife every single day. Being understanding. Not stupid, but understanding. And as long as I see that he's doing what he has to do as a husband, and as long as I see him fighting, we're good. He recognizes it. That right there means a lot to me. You know, and the fact that I see him working on it. Every day Sheik is becoming a better man. Okay, and I'm just like, God, you so good. And that's God, okay? Because, child, for my ladies that have men that are struggling with whatever it is, it's so much deeper than you. As long as you're not being stupid and as long as they're not making excuses about it, it's worth helping your partner. It's worth being understanding and fighting together against this struggle. You know what I mean? And as long as they're working at it, you're good. You're good. You guys will make it through. You guys will pull through. All right, let's get to the third one. This is going to be a long video. I'm talking a lot. All right, what's the third one? This one right here, y'all. Stop comparing. Whoa. Comparing Sheik to other men was such a battle for me. It was such a struggle for me for so many years. It's when I stopped comparing him to other men that everything just was like, oh, this is my man. He was made for me. This is who he is. And if I become a better me, and when I become the best version of myself, as long as I'm working to be a better wife every single day, it's only gonna make him want to be better for me. You know what I mean? It's gonna make him want to be better to me and for me. For a long time, it was like, okay, why you don't do this? Why you not romantic? Why you don't do what he's doing? Or why this or why that? And that was for a long time, guys. I would compare him to everything. Like, look how romantic he is. Or look what he does for his wife. Look what he does for her. And this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. I would do that so much that after a while, it was just like, I noticed it. And I'm like, what am I doing? That's not going to want to make him be better. That's not going to make him want to be romantic. So let me just say this really quickly, okay? Because there's probably women on the other side like, well, if he's not romantic and buying you flowers and this and this and that, then no. I want y'all to understand this, okay? He has never seen a man buy a woman flowers. He has never seen a man be romantic. He has never seen a man do anything for a woman but cheat or treat her bad or whatever the case may be. You also have to think about that. Why is it that Sheik is not spontaneous? Why is it that he's not romantic? Or why is it this? Or why is it that? It's not that he never wanted to be those things for me. He didn't know how to do it. It was like, okay, if you don't know how to do it, why you don't try? Let me tell you, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be completely 100% honest with y'all. There has been times when Sheik would try, and God forgive me, but at the time, I didn't know, but I was stupid. I remember this one time, and this is the perfect example, for Mother's Day. It was a few years back. He bought me this really pretty ring and earrings to match. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, how much you pay for this? It makes me emotional. Just in case you're new to the channel, y'all, I'm a crybaby and everything makes me emotional, but the first thing that came out of my mouth was, how much you pay for this? And I'm thinking about it now and I'm like, why am I asking him that question? Like, yeah, we got bills, yeah, we got this, but he went out his way. He wanted to surprise me. He was so excited to surprise me. I think this was my first Mother's Day, y'all. And that was the first thing I said. And he instantly was just like, why does it matter how much I pay for it? Like, I got this for you, you know? From my point of view, I thought I was doing something right because it was like I didn't want him to spend all of that money. We got bills and... Hello? Sorry, y'all. That was a really important phone call that I had to take. The whole time on the phone, I'm like, remember what you was talking about, remember what you was talking about, remember what you was talking about. From my point of view, I thought I was like doing the right thing and I was like trying to help him out and not realizing that that really hurt his feelings because it's like, I'm doing something nice for you. That's gonna make somebody be like, you know what, never again. I never want to do this again for you. You know what I mean? It took me a long time to really understand that. I want him to do what he feels. I gotta let him be a man and I can't force him to be something that he's not. It just makes somebody feel like crap and it makes them feel like, you know what, I don't want to do nothing for you now. You just made me feel like crap. So that's another thing that helps me. My goal every day is to be a better wife. All right, y'all, so number 4. This one has helped me so much too. Understanding this helps me every single day. Okay, being patient, understanding that it's God's timing and it's not yours, and it's also understanding to trust God's timing. If I didn't learn patience and if I didn't trust God's timing, Sheik and I would have been over a long time ago. As I got to know Sheik, there was a lot of things that annoyed me and that I disliked and whatever the case, but it was always things that could be fixed. And we started young, so it was just like I didn't know any better, and those things when we were young just wasn't cool. When we got older, it was just a turn off, you know what I mean? I always knew that Sheik was worth the fight. He's not perfect, he's human, we all make mistakes. Now if it's something that continuously happens, now it's a routine and there's patterns, I see no growth and you're not doing anything to change your habits, I'm fighting for this marriage alone. If that was the problem, then okay, it's like, all right, sis, what are you holding on to? Why do you need to be patient if, sorry y'all, this is every single time I'm filming. A lot of the things that Sheik and I have been through, there were times that I thought like, okay, this is it, it's over. I thank God that I was patient, and I'm still being patient, and I have a lot of patience now. Seriously, I really do. It has helped me become so much better. I am such a better wife today because of it, and it feels good to say that. She could sit right here, right now, next to me, and could say the same thing. Like, she's such a good wife, she's such a better wife today, you know what I mean? And that just makes me feel so good because I want to be that for him. For a long time it was just like, well, if you're gonna be that way, I'm gonna be this way. Not realizing that I had to be better for me. I had to grow as a person. I had to be better in everything so I can be a better wife, if that makes sense, you know? I didn't want to just be better so he can be better to me. No, I wanted to be better for me too. I wanted it to be natural. I didn't want it to just be good when it was good. I want it to be good even when it's bad. That I can hold my composure. I can be patient. In the worst situations, I still know to shut my mouth. You know what I mean? I wanted to be a better wife for me too. You know what I mean? This is the last one, y'all. And this one right here, I don't know if y'all ready for this. It is not okay to withhold SEX. I probably can't say it on the channel. I don't want them to like strike this video or anything like that, so I can't say that. So being that I just spelled it out, I'm probably gonna say as I continue to talk about it. That is not okay. That is abuse. That is emotional abuse. Now, it's different if, of course, you're on your period, whatever. I mean, right? Duh. I mean, some people like to have on their period, but to each his own. It is what it is. Or if, you know, if you're just not feeling it, you had a long day or whatever, you can express that to your partner, whatever y'all come up with it. Then that's different. But now, if you're holding because you're trying to make a point, you're mad, or you're trying to teach them a lesson, or you're just in your feelings, whatever, that's abuse. And that opens up so many doors for so many other things. Okay, let me tell y'all. Okay, I was like that because I didn't know any better. I used to just think like, well, if he wants to act like that, he ain't getting none. Period. Like what? You know what I'm saying? I used to think I was doing something. No. You're just causing more damage, to be honest. You want them to look for it somewhere else, even though they should know better, and that should never be an excuse. But is that what you want? There has been plenty of times when I'm like not with it at all. I'm talking about, listen, I don't want to think about that right now. You know what I mean? But I've always expressed that to him. Once I started realizing and learning throughout this marriage journey, all I've been doing is just learning, you know, learning to be a better wife and how to be a better wife, you know. If you're holding from your partner, what you think is going to happen, or what could possibly happen if it continues to happen? You know what I mean? There has been plenty of times that I did not want to do anything because I just be exhausted. But for my husband, I got you. But leave me alone after this. I'm going to sleep. You know what I mean? Those are the sacrifices that you have to make as a wife, and it is what it is. And because I have a clear understanding about that, guys, call me the goats. Is very important. Very, very, very important. It is definitely in the top 5, top 3, top 2, especially for men. But yes, y'all, those 5 things have made me a better wife. But yes, y'all, we're gonna wrap that up right there. Let me know in the comment section below what helps you be a better wife, better girlfriend. Talk to me. I love when you guys talk to me. I love the feedback that you guys give me. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next Girl Talk series.